Giving my heart. Giving my heart. Giving my heart. Giving my heart.
Hello everyone. Someone can confirm that can hear me well, please use the chat. If you can hear me, please use the chat to confirm. Thank you. Hello, if someone can hear me, please use the chat and tell me that you can hear me well. Thank you. Good morning, Aline. Thank you. Can you hear me? Admet, welcome. Please let me know you can hear me. Thank you. Thanks, Aline. Let's begin now. Thank you.
Giving my heart. Giving my heart. Giving my heart.
Hello everybody and welcome to this live trading session. My name is Pedro Mejias and I will be talking to you about the order flow system that I use to trade every day. Okay, I hope you enjoy this session. And before we begin, let's just read the disclaimer we see on the screen. I should read it with you. The following video clips demonstration are for educational and instructional purpose only. TRADDICTIV provide these videos purely for the purpose of demonstrating a method of using the product. Users understand that all the content used in the video is purely for demonstration purposes only. It is not a guide and does not provide any indication or prediction of actual result. As a user, you understand and agree that hypothetical results obtained through the demonstration do not indicate in any way the result you may receive on using our products. And if you're watching this live, welcome. Thank you for being here. You can use the chat if you have any question or comment. And if you're watching the recording, you have my email. You can see my email on the screen. It's pedro@tradictive.com. And also you can see my tradewithufo.com/Pedro URL if you want to get the tool through me. Okay. Well, let's begin with looking a little bit at the euro, which is the what I trade every day. Hope you can see the screen now. Let me just change the side so you can see it better. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. Okay, here we can see the euro future, and if you're familiar with the UFOs, you know that they shows you where are the possibilities, the possible buyers and sellers. In this case, we see a lot of buyers below the price. As you can see, it's been in an uptrend. You can see right now. And in the order flow system, what you will see is pretty much this information you are seeing right now here, but with that data, with data, with information, with quantity information. So you can mix these two techniques to, to make it more reliable, more precise, and you will see, you will get what I'm getting at. I'm gonna show you right now a simple chart for the in this case for the same currency. Let me just get the chart for you so you can see what I mean. Okay, so you're looking now at the euro. It's a white chart. You can see it right now. It's the same chart we were looking at in the in TradingView. Let me get back TradingView with the UFO. You can see it here. We just put a little bit smaller so we can have both on the screen. Just give me a second. So you can compare the two charts. You can see it's pretty much the same. The difference is that in the chart, the white chart you're looking at is a tick chart. It's a no, it's a 5-minute chart. Let me just switch this back to a tick chart, 233 tick chart. Okay, works better on the futures market using the tick chart than the time chart in any way. Okay, so what we see here is just an empty, white chart. Doesn't show us much, just the price and the candlesticks that everybody's familiar with. And in most technical analysis techniques, this is all you get. And then you start adding stuff, like, I don't know, Fibonacci numbers, support and resistance, and that's it. And then you start, making figures and tops and bottoms, and I don't know. You can see animals in the charts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can play with technical analysis. But what's really happening, what's actually happening in the market, are only uh, buys and sells in real time. And also, you can see pending orders, okay, which is the liquidity of the market. This is basic market mechanics, what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so let's add to this chart the pending orders. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's add this. Just give me a second. Here it is. Okay, so now you can see on the right side of the chart the pending orders that are right now on the market. And you can actually see how many contracts are in each price. You can go up or down, and you will see all the pending orders that are out there. Okay, it doesn't matter how far you go, you will see if there is a pending order right there. Okay, and you can see This only if you have a proper chart, a proper feed. Okay, in this case, I'm using Rhythmic as a feed to get the market information. So I can just see how many pending orders are in each price. Something that you cannot see if you are only using candles or whatever you're using, lines or dots on point and figure. Doesn't matter. But here you can see the depth of the market in real time, what is being pending in the market, how many contracts are there at being offered right now in each side. And why is this important? Because if there is no liquidity, the price won't be able to move to one side or the other. Okay, you can actually see here how many selling contracts are in total in the whole contracts, in this case the euro contract. How many are in offer, the bid and the ask. You can see everything here, the total number of contracts that there is in the market right now. Okay, so you can use this information. For example, let's just combine this with the UFO. Let me just bring back the TradingView chart. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. You can see it now. And in this chart, in the TradingView chart, you can see, for example, a price. If you are interested in, let's say, here in this UFO, is 1.22780. Let's see what's going on in the chart right now, in the other chart, in the order flow chart. Remember, the price is 12780, 122,780. Okay, so we go back to the chart, we go to that price, and here's the price. Let's put a horizontal line here, and we can see exactly, sorry, with this triangle here, you can see exactly how many pending orders are right there. You can see right about there's 103 pending orders here. So there's an interesting area right here. Let's just highlight it so you can see it better. Okay. This is exactly what the UFO is telling us, that in this area there are buyers, right? And it is correct. You can see how many contracts they really are. So we are now really looking into the market, inside the market, how many contracts they are right inside this area. So we know for a fact that actually we have pending orders in here and how many we have. Okay, something you cannot see in any other way if you're not using the order flow system. All right, so you can, what I'm trying to tell you here is that you can use any other technique, well, no matter what it is, all right, and check if there is actual interest in the market for that particular area, okay, that particular price, just by looking at the liquidity available in that zone. Okay, that's one way you can trade this. Okay, this is a very simple way using the UFO, which is an excellent tool you can use to combine here with the order flow. Okay, but you can go even further from this. Okay, because we can see, let's add the volume information in the chart. Okay, let's choose the volume. Okay, now we have on the left side, we have the volume. You can see these gray bars here. This is the volume. And we also have, let me check, is the current month. Let me just switch it for the current day. So we have the volume for the day. Okay. Okay, so we have now the volume for today's session. Okay, you can see on the left side. And we have these three blue lines that show us some very interesting information here. We have the point of control, value area low, and value area high. And also, uh, what this tells us is where the most action has been taken place, at which price. This is why I have the volume in horizontal, not in vertical. Vertical is pretty much useless because we only show you that there was a lot of volume in, let's say, this candle or this candle, but at what price? Doesn't show you that. But here in horizontal, you can see exactly at what price is the volume. Okay, in this case, the point of control, which is this blue line, is the most traded price of the day. Okay, you can see 2,145 lots has been traded today at this price as 1.22715. Okay, so here you know that has been a lot of activity around this price, and between these two lines, these two blue lines, has been the 75 or 80% of trades during the day. Okay, anything beyond this line, you can see it's right now it's going beyond this line. It have no resistance at all, and the price can move either up or down very quickly. Okay, so this is something you have to take in consideration when trading, because you need to find well, at least in my technique, I try to find dense areas of trade so I can find support or resistance in the price, okay, in order to protect my entry and to go in one direction or another. Okay, if there is no volume, the price can easily go very fast high up to this liquidity you can see here. Okay, a 235 lot here being offered. They are waiting to be filled, and it would take a while to fill this order, but it can be just fill up in a second as well. You never know that. Okay, so but it is here, and it's my be a little bit it's hard to go through this than the thinner volume here. Well, you can see how it's going up pretty fast right now, as I just told you, because this area has no volume, no resistance, okay, to support any price. So it can go just high, 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 very fast. You can see how liquidity is being moving now. It's being added because there's interest to move the price higher. Okay, you can see that just by looking at the liquidity. You can see right now live here how the price is moving up because we have no resistance. Okay, we have no resistance. So in quantitative trading, what you see is data. You see the market information in real time. Okay, you don't see any figures or anything weird, any animal shape or nothing like that. All you see is the data that is actually inside the market. Okay, let me show you something so you can understand better. Let's change this chart to clusters, and now we're looking at the bid and ask inside the candles. Okay, this is the same chart we were looking before, but we're looking at what's been traded inside each candle, what was traded and what is being traded right now here. So with this information, you can actually see where the real supports and resistance are. Okay, because you can see where there's a lot of imbalance in the market and where's the volume, where's been traded in one direction or another. You can see if there was more buying interesting or selling interesting in a candle. Okay, something you cannot see in any other way. Okay, it's the only way you can see this information. You can see now how the price is getting real close to that 260 liquidity here. It's getting up very fast. Let me switch back to candles so you can see what I'm talking about, how fast is when has been going up, and it's approaching this big liquidity here. So two things can happen. It might just stop here trying to fill this up, or it might just go through because the entity, the person, the trader, whoever is offering this amount here will remove it from the table because have no interest on being filled, okay, at this price. We don't know that because that's calling spoofing, but you can see sometimes when you see these big orders, price might just not get there and they will might, went the other way, or it might get filled because it was the interest of this entity here, or you know he can remove it if he was just playing with us. But you can see now how the price is going back down as we speak, and if we see the clusters, we can see why. You can see this big selling here, 174.42 right here. Okay, the difference, the sellers were more aggressive in this area, okay, because they were approaching this big liquidity here, and now they are just selling whatever they bought here to try to get out of the market at this point. Okay, you can see big sells all the way down. Okay, and that's something that you can only see when using quantitative trading. Okay, this is the order flow system. So you can see here exactly what's going on in the market and act accordingly to this. All right. I'm going to add another indicator I use, which I use for reference because traders use it as reference as well. Is the VWAP. Okay, the VWAP is volume average, and I use it because most traders, most institutions use this reference as the fair price of the day. Okay, and when you see it almost, it keeps very close to the point of control during the whole session. You can see how it gets close and closer to the point of control as we advance during the session. You can see now it's pretty much the same price here, the same price, because it's the fair price. This is where most trades are happening, okay, in this area. So you can expect the price to get back here at some point, okay? But you can also use the deviation of this volume average, okay, as reference as well. Many algorithm traders use this deviation as top and bottom. You can see how price often go between these two lines, okay, because it's used by algorithm traders all the time, okay, all the time are being is a trigger for them to buy and sell, and you can use that as well, knowing this information and looking at the actual action on the trades, the actual market orders, because price are moved by market order. You can see how it's going down again, never got even closer to this point here. You can see how it started going down when we saw this big liquidity here. They start to selling very hard. You can see how it's been selling now. You can actually see when this selling stop, because you will start seeing imbalances, higher imbalances on the buying side. Okay, so you can see like a stop on this trend, little trend, and maybe they will use as reference the deviation or the point of control. Okay, in this case, you never know that. Of course, you have to keep observing, keep watching what's going on in order to act using this system. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is you have liquidity, okay, on the right, which is necessary for the market to provide movement. There's offers here, bid and offers, and it's necessary for the price to move. But what really moves the price is the market orders, which are taking these pending orders here that we can see on the right side. So if nobody's taking market orders and there's only pending orders, you won't see any movement. Okay, nobody's taking this liquidity, so the price will remain the same all the time. But when there is a market orders, they take what is available here in one side or the other, and that's what actually moves the price. Let me show you something. Let me show you the depth of the market. Let me just take this chart off. Okay, so now you can see here is the depth of the market. I put it in the middle so I can explain it to you better. In the depth of market that you're watching right now on the screen, you can see the whole action that is being going on the market. Some professional traders only use this as a tool for trading because you can see everything here. You have the price right in the middle, right? You can see the price here. You have at each side, blue and red, the liquidity available, which are the pending orders. Okay, you can see the volume here on the right side. This is what's been traded during the whole session. Okay, you can also see the market orders right here. Okay, between the price and the blue and between the price and the red line. Okay, you can see the market orders, what is being taken at real time in the market, and you can see how the price move when the liquidity is taken from one side or the other. If you take the liquidity from the selling side, okay, for the ask side, you will see how the price move up, and when the bid is taken, you can see how the price move down. Okay, that's how the price move up and down, because somebody's taking the liquidity available in one side or the other. All right, and by knowing who's being more aggressive at certain price, I mean you can just check how price has been moving in an area, okay, in a zone, and you know that there's a buying interested in that area, you will be more inclined to buy into those areas, right? And if you have the liquidity available to enter, you will be in, let's say, in certain position to enter. Here, for example, if you put an order here, a pending order, in this 105, your order will be the number 106. And that's something you can see here as well. Okay, you can see which position you are in the order book. And if you decide later, I mean, to put the order, you know you will be the last one to take the order. So it will be necessary for all the other orders to be filled before you are. Okay, that's something you also need to know. So it's better if you are you really want to get into the market, you should know in which position you are, okay, in order to get filled. The same way when you are trying to get out, right? You can see how many orders are pending there. You will know immediately that your order would be the last one to be filled. Okay, that's another information you can get just by looking at the price you are interested in and looking at the liquidity available. Okay, and there are many other tools you can use here, and many other techniques you can do just by looking at the depth of the market. Okay, let's go back to the chart. All right, so we can see, let's go back to candles. Okay, we can see the candles now and what happened since we were here. You know, we identified this area as a very interesting area for the UFO. You can see the still pending orders here. We can see more right about here. And you can see how the price went up to a very big liquidity here, which is now gone. You can see it's not there anymore. Okay, it was removed, and the price went down. Okay, and that liquidity probably is moved down here or here. You can see that, and the price is being moving down, and we were looking also at the what has been traded, and where is the the volume, which volume have each price, and how they stop the move up here in this area with these big sells. Okay, it actually moved the price down, and it's being kept down since it reached this top. Okay, go back to the candles. Okay, so we are looking into a very interesting area thanks to the UFO we found here. Okay, you can see now 230 contracts offered here, which is very interesting. We have the deviation very close by, which is also interesting. Okay, we are in some kind of an uptrend. You can see that. And there's an interesting point right here. You can see that. Let's just put a horizontal line here. Okay, let's go to the clusters. Sorry, let's go to clusters, and let's see what happened in this area. Okay, we can see how the price was, just rotating here, and then it break up. And you can see how there's a lot of buyers here, aggressive buyers, in these candles before the breakup. Okay, you can see this one. It's a huge candle with a lot of imbalance on the buying side. So how will I look for an entry here? Well, I will try to find the breakout, actually the breakout, the power that took to move the price up from this rotation. When the price was rotating here, no direction at all, and then boom, it started moving up. And it might happen again. Why? Well, because there were sellers here. Okay, you can see the sellers. They were expecting the price to go down. You can see a lot of sellers here as well. And these sellers are now trapped because the price went really, really high. Now it's getting close to our line. You can see here, price getting close. And they are looking at either their chance to make some money, the sellers that entered very late here, okay, or to get out of their position. That's the two things that can happen. Okay, they might hold or they might try to get out. Less, I will think that they will try to get out as soon as they can, because we are obviously in an uptrend here, and the price, it's been moving higher since the point of control. Okay, so you can see how it went really close to the point of control, but it was always keeping higher here. So I will look into a possible trade. Let me switch back to candles so you can figure it out more. In this area, okay, where we saw this is a rotation we were looking at. It went a little bit down, then it went up, and we can see how it's now being traded in the liquidity that now has been removed. But you can see how the price in this area is very, very likely to bounce back up. Okay, so we have this candle here, which looks very interesting. Let me just highlight it. Let's go back to the cluster so you can see it better. What happened inside this candle? We can actually see a volume chart here. Well, it's not see too good because of the colors. But just by looking at the numbers, let me just move this a little bit higher. We can see where the less volume was traded here. Okay, and we have these zeros, these two zeros here, 0.17, which is the less volume inside this candle, right? So price might just go back here. You can see as it just did. You can see this big sell here, and then it moved higher. Okay, it moved up. So that would have been a very good entry. Okay, but I didn't show that it was already there. You can see here now how the price just touches this line, this entry that we might have take, and how this big sell didn't actually move the price any lower, and now it's going higher again. Okay, so this was a very good entry here. Okay, just by looking at real data. Okay, real information. You can see the emptiness here and this breakout candle is need to be filled. Okay, the market always feels, the emptiness. So that's what it did, and it was an opportunity for the losing traders that was selling here. Okay, in these lows, they will keep selling, but the price didn't go any lower. It keeps going higher and higher, and now that if they're still there, they just took the opportunity to get out. You can see this 88, 7. Every time it gets closer down, you will see some buyers joining in, or some stop losses from the sellers, or just sellers just trying to get out of the market. Okay, I'm moving the price higher very easily. So this could have been a very easy and quick trade here, just by putting an order here. It can be a market order when reaching this price, and you can get out a few ticks later uh, for um for a safe profit. Okay, I will never look for a big trade unless I am between the value areas. Okay, when I'm outside the value area high or value area low, I will only look for a very small trade. Okay, like in this case, I will look for a very small trade because it's very unpredictable what will happen with the price outside this volumes area. So it's better just to be careful there and just take a very quick trade, few ticks, and get out of the market. Okay, because it can move very high, very fast one way or another outside the volume area. When you have volume, you know that there might be resistance in the price, so you can use your stop loss better because it's gonna be harder for the price to go through it. Okay, because there's volume is like a, I don't know, like a wall, but it's not so hard to break, but it's there, so it's kind of giving you some protection. All right, so that's one way to use this system. It's very simple. It might be complicated just by looking at it one time, but once you get used to it, it's a very powerful tool that will give you a lot of satisfaction because it's not based on technical analysis, not based on I don't know, an elephant you see on the chart. I mean, it's data, it's real data. Okay, it's based on real information that is there on the market, and professional traders use it, right, to trade against you, against your elephant or whatever you use, because they can see where you are, as we can see right now, where the buyers are, where the sellers are. We can see that. Okay, we know where there are trap sellers here. We know there are trap buyers here, for example. Okay, we can see everything. You can see everything, and of course you have to learn how to use this by practicing, by reading this information. Try to understand just the market mechanics. You will find this very easy. Okay. I don't know if you have any question. You can use the chat, or remember that you can also send me an email if you're watching the recording at pedro@tradictive.com. Okay, if you have any question, if you want access to the UFO, you can use my link. It's tradewithufos.com/Pedro. Or if you want access to the order flow software as well, just send me an email and I will send you the links for downloading and everything. Okay. Well, since time's up, just have a couple of minutes, and if you would like to make any question, you are welcome to. Um, we will see each other again. If you like to join next Tuesday, I will be every Tuesday. Some Tuesdays I will be in YouTube. Some Tuesdays I will be in fxstreet.com. So you can join me live anytime you like on Tuesday, and we'll be very happy to see you guys again. Okay, Ahmed, thank you for being here, and Helen, thank you. I hope to see you guys next week. And remember, if you have any question, please send me an email, pedro@tradictive.com. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. All right, so see you next time. All right, thank you guys.
Giving my heart. Giving my heart.